This is Theraflu, by the way.
Really? You're sick?
Yeah, I feel it coming. I'm trying to hit it right, not going to sneak up on me, you know.
Right.
I'm just drinking tea.
But this is a
Sucks.
wild night here.
Dude. What
Wow.
the hell? Okay, so this is the 100th episode. This fucker's drinking Theraflu.
Theraflu and Micah's got
Micah's
tea.
got tea.
I didn't want to go. I was too lazy to go get beer, and I
guess
have like a ton of tea here. So
I'm
I
the
was
only
like,
one who came prepared here.
You
I got
champagne?
dude,
Wait,
congratulations!
what's happening here? Why is it not?
Your camera's moving.
It is moving.
Oh,
This
Whoa,
is
cool.
a bottle of wine called the Introvert. Yeah,
And it's a Cabernet Sauvignon. That's my favorite.
and now my
Alright.
camera is totally filming my crotch.
Welcome to the Introverse.
We've got tea, Theraflu, and red wine.
I knew I should have went and get some beer tonight.
This is a first. This is a first.
Well, we had to make it special, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's got to be special. Normally, we're just drinking beer, and I figured I was going to class up the joint
Yeah, good job.
with the Introvert.
Pushed it
It's
over
a, it's
the
a
level.
2021, by the way.
It's a good year, 21.
Was it?
I don't know.
It's the year the COVID vaccine came out.
Do you
so
normally
maybe-
drink wine, Roby?
Oh, well, my wife used to like wine, and so we would drink it a lot. And then she doesn't drink anymore, and so I don't really drink wine very much.
I actually like wine better than beer because beer kind of makes me feel like bloated.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me feel sick a little bit, but wine is a
Yeah.
little lighter on my stomach.
It
Beer
depends
just-
how much beer you drink, though. I think if you just
A lot.
drinking
A
Yeah,
lot
like,
of beer.
at least 12 to 17.
12 to 17 beers, yes, it does make you feel like shit.
Versus one bottle of wine, it's not as bad. Like I can drink a
Yeah.
whole bottle and be fine.
Mhm.
Versus the degree of beer I drink.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, can you believe this, B? That we have made it to
We did it.
100 episodes.
100.
Like this was the goal. We didn't really.
Right. Woo! All right, we're finished.
I didn't even realize until about 2 months ago. I'm like, you know what? We might be close to 100 episodes.
Yeah, it still feels
And
like
when
it's under a year. It feels like it's under a year, but we're going on 2 years.
Yeah, because this is season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Pretty impressive, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
and now
It's
look,
impressive.
we cheat
We're
a
just
little.
hard-headed.
We cheat a little bit because we make 2 episodes out of each recording. So
Yeah.
technically, we've probably got 50 some odd recordings.
Right.
But
Maybe less because you've gotten 3 out of some of them. One
don't
or
think
two.
I ever made
1 or 2
3.
you've gotten 3.
I don't know if I ever made 3 out of 1, but
I would know. You did it.
yeah, man. And
Yeah.
Holly was like, "Wow, yeah, you guys started." She was going back, and she was like,
Mhm.
"Okay, you did migrating coconuts in 2019."
Yeah. That was
And
mostly
then-
just you, maybe you and James.
Yes. And
Yeah.
and Holly was on that a couple of ones with that, and then we did
Mhm.
the TLV cast with text to lives and videotape. We did that.
Yeah.
I did that for a year for 52
Yeah,
episodes.
you did. I tapped out a few months before you. That was rough. We
Yes.
didn't know what we were doing. We're cramming
No.
too much work into it.
It was way too much. It was absolutely way too much. I drove my wife insane because she took over for you when you left.
Yeah.
And then we started this one, and we had Greg at the beginning for the first, I guess, 6 months or so, and then it's just been me and you, and Micah drops in, and Holly drops in, and I don't know. I've enjoyed it, man. It's been a
It's always fun when I come on. I always have a
I
good
have a
time.
blast, dude. I was excited all day.
I know, me too.
Let's do
like
this.
it's something. Yeah, there's something about it, and honestly, I think it's what we're missing from when we were younger because we used to talk
Mm-hmm.
every day
Yeah.
at school.
Sitting right next to each other,
Every
behind each
day.
other, in front of each other, whatever, on the side.
Yeah. And, and even sometimes on the weekends, you do
Yeah, little
sleepovers,
sleepovers. Those
yeah.
are the best, man.
And I think it kind of goes away when you get older.
Yeah.
You still have friends, you still talk, but it's not the same. You don't have the the connection feels different in a way, you know.
Yep. Yep.
But this has been it's kind of a renewed
Yeah.
sense of that.
For an hour, once a week, every other couple of weeks. It's nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think it's just because when you're grown up, life gets in the way. It's just,
Absolutely.
you have
Yeah, wears you
obligations
down.
and things, and
Yeah.
you don't see life the same as you do when you're younger either. So everything's a little different.
Yep.
No.
You have different perception on life.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah, so how have
yeah.
you guys been? We haven't talked in a little bit.
It
Pretty
has
good.
Been a little bit.
We've
Pretty
been
good.
on our
Yeah,
break,
busy.
our 2-week break.
Are we coming off the break or going on the break?
No, we're coming off the break. We just had
Okay.
2 weeks off. Damn, man. What's
Yeah.
in that Theraflu?
Dude, I'm telling you.
Are we coming off the break? Or are we
Right.
going
I don't
on
even
the
remember.
break?
Did we record last week?
No, we haven't
Okay.
recorded in 2 weeks.
All right.
So do you
SEC
have like a plan for the future, or y'all just kind of winging it?
No, actually, well, I guess we can say it now.
Yeah,
The plan is this will be the finale. This is the finale for season 3, the 100th episode. And to the listeners, we're going to take a little bit of a break. There won't be an episode for a few weeks, and then we're going to come back with a vengeance. And we're actually going to start recording the episode the week before it airs so that we can actually start talking a little bit more about not politics, but
we can be relevant.
but a little more relevant content that would be like if something happens that week
Yeah.
that we think is interesting,
Good idea.
we can talk about it that week and it'll air just a few days later instead of
3 months
later. Because
It's like these jokes aren't even funny anymore.
we were getting to the point, we're getting to the point where we're running out of childhood stories and we're getting into the we're getting into the area of the podcast where I don't know, I feel like we're starting to tell the same stories or similar stories and so I was like, well, you know what, if we could bring, some other more relevant stuff into it, that might be a good idea. So we're going to try it and see if it doesn't kill me.
I like it. There's always times I want to talk about stuff like, especially like comedy, like new stand. Oh man, there's
Sure.
specials
Yeah,
that just
yeah,
watched.
yeah.
There's I can't talk about that. It's me 3 months. No one's gonna care.
Yeah, it came out 3 months ago.
You know.
And actually, I think it'll be a better conversation because we can talk about stuff that's going on currently.
Yeah.
We're still keeping the politics and all that shit out of it. We haven't had Micah on since it's been a few months.
A little while. It's been a while.
And
Been
I
really
will say
busy.
this: your UFO episode got a little bit of traction. We had
Yeah.
some
Cool.
and
I haven't had any UFO encounters since, so
Has the government responded to you?
I've been tailed a few times by some shady vehicles.
okay.
All right.
But,
All right. That's something.
some black vans and stuff. But
Yeah.
that's,
So wait,
I don't know.
thought-
It could be anyone.
Yeah.
You know?
Didn't you see it again though? I feel like you saw it twice, right? Did you talk about that?
No,
Yeah.
The second time was actually a weather balloon. It was
Okay.
it was an incident where they said it was a UFO, but it actually ended up being a weather balloon for real.
Okay. Where do these weather balloons come from? Like
Who's
just people
who's-
launching them in their backyard?
Who's
Another
launching?
goddamn weather balloon?
Who is launching weather balloons? That's what
I don't know.
because you never see that, and you're not driving around and like, oh, they're launching another weather balloon over there.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, what do weather balloons even do? Because I don't even know.
Right.
Is it the barometric pressure? Wow,
Well,
look, the wine, dude.
If the
wine's
technology we're still relying on today
Is
is
a
the
balloon.
weather balloon, which has been around forever. When the Roswell stuff was like, they were like, it's weather balloons.
Yep.
This was like in the 60s.
Yeah. No, that's nuts. It is weird because you would think they would use drones for all of that, right? They could put all of those sensors on a drone.
Maybe it's a hobby thing. Like people have a
That's
hobby.
what I'm-
It's like a hobby.
Is it?
Like, we don't know,
maybe.
like a
Yeah,
real
maybe
niche
so.
hobby, you know?
Yeah, real niche. Yeah, like even more so than like the ham radios.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Well, like
taking
people who
pictures
build
of it and stuff.
Yeah.
people who build the model airplanes that you can actually fly, or like the
Yeah.
helicopters, and they'll fly them around. This is
Yeah.
like pre-drone. This is what some people did. But weather balloons, I don't.
Have you ever played with one? I mean, it might be fun.
I never have. Maybe it is fun.
I like
Maybe
flying a
we're
kite, you
missing
know?
out.
We're missing
Yeah.
out. The
Yeah,
weather balloon.
if you think about it, kites are kind of stupid too, but people do it
That's true.
and have fun, and it's fun.
It's all because of Benjamin
Same
Franklin.
thing. Good, yeah, good call.
I feel like
Mike.
that's the only reason kites are still a thing.
What?
Because of Benjamin Franklin, because the whole electricity, like, oh, maybe I'll discover something.
Oh, you think he was like the marketing mastermind behind this
No,
thing?
I just think that
Like, we're gonna make the kite market blow up. Hasbro. We're gonna call this company Hasbro. We're gonna make toys. And games.
It's funny you mentioned that because I have a
Yeah.
toy. I have a toy thing that I'm bringing up in a second.
All right.
Nice.
But before that,
Yeah.
it is weird though. That the kite is still a thing. Like it's usually in springtime.
Yeah.
You see them at Walmart still. There'll be a kite.
Mhm.
You can buy kites.
Yeah.
It's not like it was when I was a
fun,
kid.
Though. They're kind of
They
fun.
They're really fun.
They can be
Yeah,
very
you
fun.
know?
Yes.
You ever see those dudes like on the beach with the badass ones? You ever see those? It's just like two
Where they're
two
flying.
strings, and they're like they got to be cocked back because it's so much wind. They got abs, and they're all fit because this is such strenuous. You never seen those?
No,
Yeah,
I
they're
have
I know what
not.
you're
amazing.
talking about.
What
They're
videos are you
amazing.
watching?
No, these are like professional
Ripped
kite
dudes
flyers.
flying kites on the beach.
Yeah, just look it up.
Some Bees
Cool
algorithm.
dudes.
They're just cool dudes, man.
Okay,
You don't
all
have to
right.
make it sexual.
I believe you. I believe that it's a thing.
What about the Japanese kite flying? That's cool,
Ooh.
huh?
What
With
is
the-
that?
But they got glass in the strings, and they fight each other, and they just gotta cuts the other person's string. Yeah,
That's a thing?
and then that Japanese person has to commit the where he cuts
Seppuku? What is it?
Sudoku.
Sudoku, that's it. they cut
because
open
they
their
lost their
guts?
kite and dishonored their family.
Wow, because the kite
Yeah.
got blown away.
No, that is a thing. The Japanese kite fighting.
Have you ever gotten into like a really niche hobby? Like, what's the most niche hobby
Warhammer.
you've
I know.
gotten into?
I was going to say B's answer has got to be Warhammer.
I always go deep on hobbies, but none of them have been too niche.
No, Warhammer's. I mean, I
Even
guess to
Warhammer's
the
not
average,
niche.
to the
Yeah.
average human, they don't know what Warhammer 40K is, but to certain
Yeah.
group of
No,
nerds,
it's pretty
there's thousands.
mainstream. It's pretty mainstream now, though.
Yeah, I
So-
think
It's
so
getting
because of
there.
video games and the movies. They're making a movie, right? Aren't they? I think they're making a movie.
I think they.
Well, they're working on it,
maybe,
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, my most niche hobby, you're going
Yeah.
to laugh. And
All
you
right.
probably, actually, Brent, you probably know this. At one point when I was probably around 11 or 12, I started collecting stamps.
I did that for a little while.
I think we all did it.
Yeah.
I did coins. I didn't
Okay.
do stamps.
A little bit
but
of
like
coins.
the little book you
Yeah.
open with the little slots, you put them
Yeah.
in, and
Yes.
Uh huh.
did that. That's
I
kinda
still
cool.
have my stamp
Yeah.
collection. It's probably completely
No
worthless,
way.
but yeah, it's in a binder somewhere.
That was the best part on Fargo. At the end,
Yes.
and he's
I
like,
love that part.
I came in second place. He's had like the 8-cent stamp, and but her response is fantastic. No, it's the most
Oh,
important.
everyone needs that.
Yeah, because
everyone needs
whenever they go to upgrade the other stamps, they're going to need yours to make.
Yeah. No, that was great.
Yeah.
That was a great moment. And a
Yeah.
callback to a previous episode of
Yeah.
another podcast that we do, Top 10 Video. Check that one out.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I got into model building.
Okay.
Yeah.
A
That's a
couple
good
years
one.
back, but I didn't stick with it. Like,
Yeah.
it's
How many models did you build? I want to see.
like 5 or 6.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah,
actually.
but they were Gundam models, so
Okay.
they don't involve glue. You just snap them together.
Okay. So it's
But-
like Lego.
You still got to cut them out of the little.
Okay. So it's a
thing.
little more involved than Lego.
And you got to clean it up a little bit, or else you have like little pieces sticking out. But
Right.
yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. What was the Lego for like older kids? What was it called? Remember-
Technic.
Was it Technic?
Yeah.
Where you could actually build
Yeah.
like engines,
a little
like
motor in it.
Right.
Yeah. They had erector sets back in the day. They were like
Mhm.
metal pieces.
Those were cool.
Yeah. I had
well,
one
the
of
toys
those.
back then were like just real. It was just like
Yeah.
a woodworking set was just a woodworking set with a
Yeah.
tiny
It came
hammer
with a
and stuff.
knife and a
Yes, came with a
and
knife.
a hammer and nails.
Well, the soldering,
You know?
the wood soldering.
Oh
you
yeah,
remember that?
yeah. With the wood burning
Yeah.
tool.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
that was
fun.
fun.
I liked that.
Did you ever
I always
get
like
that
the
for
smell
Christmas?
of that. You know,
Yeah.
the
An ant?
smell.
Yeah.
Wood
what about
burning kit?
leatherworking? I wanted to get into leatherworking. Make some cool,
Never got into
some
that, no.
sick belts. you know, with
Like a leather vest.
yeah, like a leafy
A
design.
sick leather vest.
Yeah,
That's what we're all gonna wear.
dude, that would be a good one. What kind of hobbies have y'all wanted to get into, but knew not to get into it because you knew you wouldn't? You knew you wouldn't do it for long, and it was too much of a investment in time, money.
Briefly
whatever.
thought about being a nudist and just
That's so you can still do that.
It's
You don't
easy.
take your shoes off until you're ready for bed, dude. You're not walking anywhere naked.
that was the joke. I'm the
I
complete
know.
opposite person who would be a nudist, but
Yeah.
Are you allowed to wear shoes as a nudist?
I mean, you feel like you would have to, right? Because if you
I think it's about
does that
doing whatever
count?
you want.
Okay.
if you're walking on rough terrain and you're
I like to
barefoot,
just go naked with the bottom part. You
wear
know?
like a tank top
yeah,
with no bottoms,
with no bottoms. Yeah.
or even a
like
vest
Daffy Duck?
Yeah.
A
Oh, I could use
leather
that
vest
leather vest that I've
with no
leather
bottom
work.
that you've made
Yeah, with no
from
bottom.
scratch. You kill the cow and everything.
But with shoes. Because that's how my mind works. I think Mike is similar with a hobby. Like, yeah, we're going to take up leather working and we're going to trace it all the way back to the beginning, raise the
Yeah.
cow.
right.
Do the tanning and everything, you know?
Right,
Got the
yeah.
skin stretched out on the
Yeah.
wooden thing and
the
all
whole
that.
process.
You're just shaving all the insides
The
off.
hair,
Yeah.
the hair. You got to get it
Yeah.
all off.
Yeah. Well, I want the hair on one side.
Okay. Oh, so you want the furry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Furry vest
For the vest.
For the design. You got to, has the
Mhm.
the print,
Right.
the
Yeah.
pattern of the fur.
So what type of cow were you going for? Like the brown and white or the black or?
Like an Angus.
Okay.
Do you think there's like a niche like forum out there of like people who wear just like leather vests
Yes.
with nothing
Oh.
underneath it? Like
Oh, dude. Go to
There's
New
sporting-
Orleans. Go to
sporting
New
a
Orleans.
leather vest.
there's
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
group for everything that you
Mhm.
could possibly imagine. I think.
I think it was more prevalent back in the day when the internet was just coming around, when you had all like these forums and like niche websites like Angel Fire, and
Yeah. Ooh, I had
Yeah.
me some Angel Fire websites.
you could find all these like different forums and stuff. But I think nowadays it's kind of all like in one place, like on Facebook or something.
It is. Yeah. It's people who are into the same shit find each other
Yeah.
on the internet now.
It's just
and
easier to find each other.
Yeah, it's way easier
Yeah.
to find people who are into whatever you're into. But yeah, man. Speaking of what you're into, so me and you met in 5th grade,
Yep.
which would have been 1988 at Homer Christian. Micah, you would have been,
Dude, that's almost 40
I was only 3
ago?
years old.
you were only 3 years old. So you will definitely probably not have heard of what I'm about to show you. But
Yeah.
here's the thing that I stumbled across on the internet a few weeks ago.
Ooh, we get to share something?
And I was like, I have never seen this or heard of this. But apparently, and some of you may be like, oh yeah, I had that.
What is
But
it?
I was completely clueless. But it seems like it would have been right up our alley. Like, okay, because we were into Star Wars, we were into science fiction,
Okay.
action,
Yeah.
that type of stuff.
Yeah.
This thing came out in 1987, I believe.
Okay.
All right, can you see that? Nothing's playing yet, but
It's a little small, but yeah.
okay.
What are you doing? Saving the
I
future.
remember this.
Wow.
So you remember this?
Captain Power video tapes. There are 3 different
No.
skills. This one's
Never
the top.
mind.
Now we can practice anytime. Power jet,
Dude, that's cool.
War, or yeah.
That was good.
Captain Power videotapes. I don't believe it. Believe it, large human.
Believe it.
The future is in your hands.
Batteries not included, just
I
figures.
feel like
Videotapes each sold separately from Captain Power and the soldiers of the future.
Whoops.
it just looks so familiar. Maybe because it's just so 80s
It's super 80s, right?
that I
But
think
wait a
I've
minute.
seen
Wait a
it,
minute.
But
So this is not the end of it.
it's like
This
the power
was the
gun or
VHS
whatever.
tapes that you could buy, and there were basically it worked similar, I think, to the Nintendo
The gun.
the NES gun.
The light gun.
The
Duck
light
Hunt.
gun, yes. But there was actually a TV show that came out in conjunction with this.
That's cool.
And it was interactive, and you could actually shoot like the villains on the screen for certain parts of the show, and it would actually work.
Yeah.
So I was just going to show this. This is the.
I noticed he swapped the tape out. Does that have something to do with it?
Yes. Well, they had the tapes. There were individual adventures. That was a different animation that you would interact with, right? But then they made the TV show in conjunction with this, and it was actually had people who worked on Star Wars worked on it, like the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I was kind of blown away because for a kid's show back then, it actually, I mean, this is 1987. The production quality actually seems kind of cool. Like it actually, I was like, wow, how did I don't remember this being on TV. I don't remember watching it. And I feel like I would have tried to watch this. All right, here's the trailer or the intro rather, for the TV show. Power on.
Captain Power and the soldiers of the future. Earth 2147. The legacy of the Metal Wars, when man fought machine and machines won.
It sounds like the ripped off of Terminator.
80s?
That hunt down
This looks like 90s almost.
digitize them. Volcania, center of the Bio-Dread Empire, stronghold and fortress of Lord Dread.
I feel like Star Trek a little bit.
But from the fires of the Metal Wars arose a
From
new
here.
breed of warrior, born and trained to bring down Lord Dread and his Bio-Dread Empire. They were soldiers of the future, mankind's last hope. Their leader, Captain Jonathan Power, master of the incredible power suits which transform each
Yo, these trailers back then lasted forever. It's the whole show.
Fighter in the sky. Lieutenant Michael Tank Ellis, ground assault unit. Sergeant
looks
Robert Scout
badass.
Baker, espionage and communications. And Corporal Jennifer, pilot
Jessica
Chase,
Steen.
tactical systems expert. Together they form the most powerful fighting force in Earth's history. Their creed, to protect all life. Their promise, to end Lord Dread's rule. Their name, Captain Power and the soldiers of the future.
Looks like the precursor to Power Rangers.
Right. But actually the production quality was way higher. I mean, they had guys who literally worked on Star Wars who worked on this show. So it's kind of weird.
Never heard of
80s
it.
or 90s?
This was the late
one.
80s.
Okay.
1987 was when this show started, and it only lasted one season, but you could interact with the episodes with your gun.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
and
cool.
you could actually shoot. There were certain scenes where it's like, okay, now you can actually interact with this scene, you know, and you could actually take your gun out and
Actually,
shoot.
just watched a video on how that works because it
Yeah,
it always blew my mind. I thought it was magic.
You sent it to me, and it kind of
Oh,
ruined.
did I?
Yeah, you did. You sent
Yeah.
it to me, and you were like, "This just kind of was the last little bit of magic that just seeped out of my
that's what I
seeped out
did.
of my
I
life."
did. Yeah. Knowing how it worked, it was like, oh man, still cool. I always wondered.
Don't spoil it for me because I don't want the magic to be ruined.
Nah, not so magical. It's pretty simple. It's very simple.
Yes. Yes. Well,
that's
there's a reason
cool.
they call it the light gun.
Yeah.
It shoots light, I guess. Laser.
It sees light.
It sees light. Yeah.
Anyway, that's
Anyway, didn't if we were 10, or actually it came out when we were 9,
I would have been all over that.
I would have been all over that. And I don't remember seeing that on television at all. It's kind of crazy.
Did
Did our
what
parents
channel
just-
it played on?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You know, like was it like a paid channel, like HBO?
No,
or
it was like a
Showtime?
regular TV station, as far as I know.
That's
Like
I
Saturday
certainly don't remember
morning.
because I was too young.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
3, so you wouldn't have seen it. But
yeah,
dude,
I don't know.
I was always on the lookout for those types of shows.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like when I stumbled across it on YouTube, I was like, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
What? And actually, there was a controversy because the show was produced by adults and written by adults,
Okay.
and they really didn't want it to be tied in with the toys. So, like, characters died in the show,
Wow.
and it was kind of made for kids, but not really made for kids.
Yeah.
And so when parents saw some of the content in some of the episodes and their kids were interacting with it, they were like, well, this is this seems kind of weird that my son's or daughter is shooting the television screen.
Yeah.
And so they were trying to get it banned and stuff, and I think that's why.
Even back then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, everyone thinks times are strange right now, but
no, it's
all the same.
It's all the same.
We forget.
It's all the same. The perspective of age is what.
That's it. That's what it is.
If only young people could have that perspective, because you can tell them until you're blue in the face. No, it's been like this before. The world has always been horrible. You just couldn't see everything that was horrible.
It's pretty darn good right now.
Yes.
Yeah, it actually is.
There were some very dark times in history.
It's the safest that we've ever been, is particularly in the United States.
Yeah.
And it's just it's that you're seeing all the negative stuff, and you're seeing all of it.
All of it, all the time.
All of it, all the time.
Too accessible.
And that's why I don't watch it. And you know what? I'm free as a bird, man.
Yeah, I'm happy, dude.
I'm drinking introvert wine, and
I got my Theraflu.
Mike has got his tea.
I came across something. This is gonna be. It's a good conversation, I think, with Micah here. And maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. So
well, we do overthink. Things.
It's possible to force someone to win a game infinitely, to win matches in a row is what I'm saying. They won this game, play again, win again.
What type of game are we playing now?
Basically any game.
Any game.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Any game. So
okay.
Right, so we'll use flipping a coin. No skill involved, right?
Right. I mean, some skill. You got to be able to move your thumb.
We can force a single person to flip a coin, restate that, to win in heads or tails any amount of times we want. You want them to win 5 times in a row, we can get someone to win 5 times in a row. 10, 20, 30, 100, however many. And once you think about it, it's like, oh, what? So this is how it works. Let's say, let's make it simple. We're going to grab 10 people. All right?
Okay.
They're going to pair off, flip a coin, single elimination. You lost, you're out. Those group pair off, flip a coin, single elimination. You lost, you're out. The winners go on and on and on and on until there's a winner. That winner has won every single round, and it'll happen every single time. You can pick 1,000 people and you can force one person to win 1,000 times, or it would be 500 times.
How?
Yeah, how's that work? I don't know.
Well, think about it. Okay. We see it in sports all the time. NCAA bracket, right? Everyone in that tournament, whoever wins the tournament has won every single round.
That's true.
It's the same thing. If you expanded it to a million rounds of basketball, whoever won that tournament has won 1,000,000 games in a row. And you can't stop that from happening. It will just happen.
Okay. But you said that you can select who is going to win.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
No. We can just force it to happen. We can't pick an individual person and say, you go win it. But we can say, I can make someone win right now.
Okay.
1,000
and
times
as long as they're competing against somebody else, it's always going to be that person. Yes. There's always going to be one who wins every game that they
and
play.
You can and it can be like 1,000 rounds they have to go. And that person has just won 1,000 matches in a row.
Interesting.
Am I explaining it?
Yes. Well, at first I was getting the idea that you said that we could select who was the winner.
I thought it was like a solitary person.
No. We can just.
So you're basically saying in any contest.
Yep.
There is always going to be one winner.
Yes.
There's always going
to be one winner.
If you constantly pair that person up with opponents,
right,
somebody
is going to have won.
Yes, every single round.
Every single round.
How do we make money off of this?
I don't think you can.
Well, believe me, they try. That's the whole game. Dude,
Yeah.
I didn't realize how prevalent gambling was now.
Dude, I hate it.
But it is.
We not talking about this.
Everything. Like
It's
they bet
so
on
bad.
everything now.
Yeah.
All of my coworkers at work gamble on sports.
Yeah.
All
And
kinds of stuff.
not even just sports. They gamble on everything. Like, is the president gonna like say this word today? And is the ostrich gonna cross the river? Like, it's everything. Like anything that could be filmed and shown, and like, well, hey, do you think this rabbit's gonna have three bunnies or 5? They bet on everything. What's the color of such and such's new car gonna be?
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Sounds like you could easily manipulate that.
It does.
It is. I just watched a video of a boxer. It must have just happened. It looked very new. And he took one in the face and it didn't affect him. And then he realizes, wait, this is where I need to go down. But wait, so he goes down. He starts to slowly go down. And his buddy in the crowd starts doing like this move. And he's like, and he looks over. You see them make eye contact, and then he just falls down.
What?
Like,
Gosh.
The hell?
it's happened. Like, I don't trust the Super Bowl. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. Screw that.
Dude,
I've never watched it either.
I've not watched the Super Bowl.
Like,
It
I am
just
not
blows
stupid.
my mind how
It's
much
rigged.
important. Yeah, I think it's all rigged up to a point.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how much money is in there.
And
Man,
it might not be like officially rigged, but there's people behind the scenes.
Well, it's like, well, look, we got a lot of money riding on this.
Yeah. Hey, you just missed one field goal here, bud. That's all.
All you got to do is turn your foot slightly to the left instead of the right.
You like
that
them
field
kneecaps,
goal?
don't you?
Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg.
Do you have a problem with that?
Do you have a problem with that?
No, Sensei.
No, Sensei. Dude, I can't believe you haven't finished Cobra Kai.
Of it after dude, this freaking podcast.
Dude,
we did we
dude,
did one episode
but wait.
all the movies and the shows.
Look, it gets a little sappy in the middle section.
Yeah.
But the finales are always good.
Yeah, they are. They are.
And dude, if you get to the final finale,
yeah,
like the big one, they actually, I'm going to give it away, but they actually play the damn song from Karate Kid.
You're the best around?
You're the best.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like a slight remix of it. But
didn't we say they were going to save that? Till...
I know. I kept waiting for it every season. I'm like, come on, where's You're the Best? You got to have it.
You know what I do now when it comes to like a big movie or something? Like I don't want to go see it in the theater. You can go to YouTube and watch. This is for every movie that comes out. You can watch 5-minute clips of the movie segmented in separate parts, and eventually you can watch enough of the movie.
Well, you get the idea of what the movie
where
is.
You're like, okay, I don't.
So you'd like click chapter 2 on next every 5 minutes. Next
What's
chapter.
that?
You think like click the next chapter or whatever?
No, not like that. It'll just be specific scenes, but it'll be like the whole movie pretty much. Like just
all the main story beats.
And it won't always be from the same channel. It'll just be like different, like
but
parts
just
of
different people.
What's funny is I won't even watch them in order.
But you'll get it. You'll understand it.
Yeah,
your brain actually puts all the pieces together, and you're like, okay, I got that. Yeah.
Eventually, I'll be like, okay, I get the whole. I got to see the cool parts in the movie.
Yeah.
I got, I know what's happening, and I'm like, I don't even need to see it.
Yeah. That reminds me, dude. Like,
funny.
I often think about this when you're reading a book. I don't know. We all read books, right? We're all readers.
Yep.
And you're reading a novel, and you can literally put that shit down. At least I can. It happens to me all the time, where I put it down, and I will not pick the book up for maybe. Sometimes it's a week. Sometimes if I'm,
I'm actually going on a week right
same.
now.
And you pick it up again.
Same here.
And you start reading, and it's like no time has passed. Like you're just like, oh yeah, I remember everything.
Yep.
How in the fuck does that work?
For me, it takes like the first line or two.
Yes, but you remember. It's like your
okay, yeah.
Your brain remembers what you read before. Like, I mean, I guess there's a cutoff point. Like maybe if you waited a year, it might not work.
Yeah,
but
it's like like a month for me. If
But you
I
can
put it down for a
go-
couple weeks,
I
I'm
think you
done.
can go up to a month where
Yeah.
you won't read, and then you pick up the book again, and you read a few lines, and you're like, okay, yeah, I remember what happened. I know where I'm at. I find that fascinating. Like the human mind.
I don't think it's as fascinating as winning 1,000 times in a row, but yes, no, it is. Yeah,
But it's
Yeah.
interesting, right? Like how our brains can, because I feel
especially
like
something, especially written word. Like I kind of
Yes.
understand like a TV show. You know,
But
we're
see,
used
I
to
find-
that once a week, and and you pick it back up. the
I
next week.
find like right now I'm rewatching a show that I've already seen with my wife.
Okay.
And I've already seen, at least I've seen the first 3 seasons that we're watching again because she has not seen them.
Bridgerton.
No. No, it's actually The Rookie. And she's really
Okay.
enjoying the show. It's a cop show, about
Yeah,
a
okay.
40-year-old who decides he's been in construction and an incident happens and he goes through a divorce. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to be a cop. I want to help people. And he goes to be a cop in his 40s. And he's
Okay.
a rookie, but he's in his 40s. So,
Yeah.
but it's a good show and it's based on real cases and everything. But the whole point is that I watched probably these seasons, maybe, I don't know, 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember what's going to happen. Like, even though I've already seen it, like a couple episodes stuck with me, but for the most part, I'm watching it. I'm like, okay,
Really?
it's vaguely familiar. I remember this, but I don't remember how it ends.
It's your dementia kicking in.
That's probably
Your
it.
Alzheimer's.
I was thinking it was different with novels because when it's the past, you're like, okay, I remember the part of the story that I already read.
It's a little bit different.
But
I mean, you're also talking about years went by between watching this
like
versus,
7 years.
versus a week or two reading a book. You
That's
wait
true.
7 years, you're gonna completely forget.
Well, I'm going to completely forget the book.
You're gonna
I
have an
think
idea, but
With a novel, when you revisit a book, your perception of it's completely different. Like you pick up all kinds of extra stuff you didn't catch before.
Especially
Like, I
stuff you
just
read
started-
when you were a kid.
yeah,
If you read it when you were a kid and then you read it again when you were an adult, it's a different
too.
experience.
yep. Like
Even
Jurassic
just
Park.
a few years, though,
I read that when
Which
I was a
I
teenager.
read Jurassic Park recently, and it was awesome. Like
Yeah.
I caught all kinds of stuff I never
All
saw
kinds
like
of
cut
stuff,
before.
yeah.
Well, there was a lot of the
It was really
scientific
good.
shit that I didn't really comprehend what he was saying when I was
Yeah.
like 16 or whatever, but now I'm like, I still don't know what the hell he's talking about, but I've accumulated more information. And so I'm like, okay, this is this. Okay, I know what he's talking about.
And all of Malcolm's philosophical stuff
Yes.
in the book.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Much, much better as an adult than when I was a kid.
Yeah. I don't read too many books more than once. I read that twice. Lord of the Rings I read like 3 times.
Didn't you
I just
read
restarted that one recently.
Didn't you read
Lord of
Dark
the Rings.
Tower twice?
Dark Tower, the whole series I read twice.
I've only read it once.
That's something you really pick up on stuff the second time.
Do I need to go read it again?
Oh yeah. If you haven't read it more than once, you're
I've only read it once.
you're missing out. Yeah.
I was
Really?
gonna
Really?
wait till if and when the new movies and TV show come out, and then I was gonna wait for that.
I got burnt out on Stephen King so bad. I don't know why.
Well, dude,
I read so much
so
Stephen
of
King
it.
like
Yeah, me too.
all at once that
Yeah.
like
Yep.
I'm talking like 30 books or something, and
Yeah.
like I was just done. Like
Yeah. They're good, but yeah, you're just too much. You got to take a
Yeah.
break.
It's a lot. It is a lot, and Dark Tower is a different animal. I feel from all of his other stuff, but at the same time, it connects all of his stuff. I find I enjoy his older stuff a lot more now than his newer stuff.
Yeah, he's all coked up. That's when it was good.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
It's like,
So
I'm
are they
gonna
really
write
making a
this
Dark
frickin'
Tower
book
show?
tonight?
They are, yes. Mike Flanagan, the guy who did the Dr. Sleep movie, he also did Gerald's Game. He's done several Stephen King
those are
adaptations.
good movies.
He did The Life of Chuck, just came out last year, and he's been developing it for about 2 years. And he said it's a big animal. He's writing the scripts, and his plan is to basically have the entire thing written before they shoot a frame of film. So he wants the whole thing planned out, like the script's written.
Yeah.
And he thinks that'll make it
good.
easier to sell to, a streamer, whether it be Amazon or Netflix or whoever decides to. I think it's going to be Amazon, honestly.
What do you think would be
Probably.
the hardest part to adapt from that series?
Oh Jesus.
I feel like the characters, if they get the characters right,
Yeah.
the effect, even the effects and things like if it's not the way you thought the Finny would
Mhm.
look, or
Right.
you know,
Well, when you read a book, you always have it translated in your mind a certain way.
Yeah.
So you're never
Right.
going to get it right for everyone.
no, you're never going to do that. But the thing is to get the distillation of the story and the
Yeah.
characters. If you can get the characters right,
Yeah.
I feel like that's the main issue. And
And-
you can't censor
yeah.
them. They have to be
No.
what they are in the book,
Which is a lot of
which is a lot.
of N words.
Yeah, well, I can see
And-
them cutting a lot of that, but again,
Not in context. It was like Susanna.
it was Susanna who says
Right, it was-
the majority of them. Yes,
It was good. I think it would.
Well,
be, I think
Edda.
it would be
It was
okay.
I think
Edda.
it'd be great.
not Susanna.
It would be
Yeah.
awesome if they like really
Dude, if they-
made her
if-
character
if-
spot on.
If they do it, and look, Mike Flanagan's pretty good at adapting King
Yeah.
and doing a good job of like, this is the story,
Mm-hmm.
but he kind of made it. He still made it his own, but it's still
Yeah.
the story. It felt like the story that I read, which is kind of very
Right.
difficult to do. But yeah, they can get Roland right. They can get Eddie right.
I think it's too many characters to get right. I don't think they can get all four right.
Come on, they did it in Friends, man. They got.
But they weren't trying to. They just made their own
They
thing.
weren't adapting. It was
Yeah,
And the
they-
actors had a lot to do with it too.
that's
you know,
true.
Which is part of it.
What I
But-
feel like you need to have somebody who's passionate about the project, which Mike
Yeah.
very much is. The only issue I have is that the books were written a long time ago, at least
Yeah.
the first few, written in
Mhm.
this 80s and early
Yeah.
90s. And, people have different sensibilities now about certain things.
Dude, some of the stuff in the older books. I don't think people realize.
No, it was
There
Pretty-
was
pretty-
maybe 2 years ago that if it was public knowledge, he would have been just canceled for what he wrote in the 60s, 70s.
because nobody was reading. Yeah, nobody was reading those
yeah,
books, or at
those-
least they weren't reading them.
Those are
And
his best books, though.
The
Yeah.
people that cancel people don't actually read. So, he was safe. He was safe from them.
well, they don't read novels from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have faith. I'm looking forward to when he eventually does it. Now, right now that he's in negotiations to remake The Mist, which I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude? He just did Carrie. He just did a Carrie movie,
Yeah.
a redo
Yeah.
of that, and now he's doing The Mist. Part of me thinks that maybe he's doing some of these movies in preparation for The Dark Tower because he's going to incorporate some of the actors
Yeah.
in these
They
movies
could.
in The Dark Tower
Multiverse.
because it
Yeah.
is a multiverse.
Yeah.
And if
was
he has
doing the
enough
multiverse.
King properties that he made,
Yeah.
that he has the rights to,
Yeah.
he can include those characters and maybe substitute some characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I love The Mist, the version that we have.
I never read the book.
I read
It's
it.
it's one of the few I haven't gotten to. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a novella. It's not a full
Right. Yeah.
novel. But
Okay, I wasn't a big fan of it. It was okay.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't my favorite King work.
did you see the movie?
Yes.
Did you?
Movie- I thought the movie was awesome.
I thought the
they
movie
did
was
a
awesome
great
too.
job. I thought the ending was
Dude,
way better than the book.
The ending of the movie is so.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's
Well,
so
then
good.
we
dude.
can't say anything. But
Nah.
Yeah. Don't say anything. I want to.
But
I'm
I'm just going to throw this out to Micah. The religious woman in the grocery store who basically gets to the point of saying that they may have to do a certain thing to get all of this horrible stuff to stop. And then when you think about how the movie ends,
Pretty interesting there. Key that together.
I'm trying to not
But
pay
that,
attention.
but that's different than the book. That didn't happen in the book.
no. That's what I'm
So-
saying.
but that's cool that the director did that.
I think that was his whole point. That
Yeah.
was his whole point. It wasn't like, oh,
Some foreshadowing.
that was unfortunate timing. No.
Didn't it have Highlander in it?
No, well, it had
Duncan
the original.
MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod.
no.
the
It
original
was
Highlander.
the Punisher.
Sean Connery.
Thomas
he just
Jane.
looks like
Thomas
him.
Jane was in it.
Okay,
He
he's
played-
just like
he played the
a Highlander
Punisher.
lookalike.
Are
Who's
y'all
the guy who
psyched?
played
Are y'all
the-
psyched about the new Highlander?
I am, dude.
I am.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill is playing Connor McLeod. Wait for it. Russell Crowe is playing Ramirez, the Sean Connery character.
What's the wrestler dude that was
and
on
Dave
Guardians of the
Bautista
Dave
is going to
Bautista.
be the Kurgan, the villain.
I feel like the Kurgan.
Yeah, it could be awesome.
I feel like that's a good one for the Kurgan.
Well, they basically said that it's going to be like John Wick with swords because it's one of the directors of John Wick who is making this movie.
I'm okay with that.
And I'm like, as long as the fights aren't 25 minutes long, they just need to learn how to.
They better put the Queen music in it.
Supposedly the Queen song.
Here we are.
Yes, the Queen song is going to be. Look, dude. Here's the thing. I didn't think we were going to talk about Highlander here, but the only reason I like Highlander
we talk about Highlander
is because of the TV show.
Yeah, the movie.
Because I never loved the movies.
What? The movies were great.
The movies were not.
I love
great.
the movie.
They were okay.
They were okay.
Oh,
It was the TV show.
The TV
show's great
show
too, though.
made Highlander cool.
And they did a good way of transitioning to a new actor.
Yes,
because they still brought in.
They got the original guy. Yeah,
the original guy. Yeah,
they really made ponytails cool.
They did.
Oh,
like
ponytails and long trench coats,
leather vests.
You hide that sword in there. Whoosh. You know, you get your spidey senses going on, and you there's another one around.
Yeah, some of the flashbacks were a little sketchy. You know, the budget.
Yeah, but still, that was a whole cool thing too, though.
Yeah, that was a very cool thing that they did, where you would basically see him in different time periods.
Yeah,
you know, in the 1700s, the 1800s. Yeah, they did a lot of cool stuff with the character in that show.
Yeah. Where did the concept of Highlander come from?
I don't know.
I understand. It just kind of came out of nowhere, right? Does it have anything it's based off of?
No.
I'm talking like the original movie, Highlander.
It was an original idea by, I don't remember the guy's name that wrote it, but it was his script. He just wrote the script. It was just now look, he may have read some novels that sparked his imagination, similar to George Lucas and Star Wars. I'm sure there's influences that he drew from.
Vampires.
Yes, but the whole idea of the immortals and there can be only one and they have
Such
to
a
fight.
good concept.
It's ridiculous.
Think about it. No, this ties back. So when there's only one, that one has won every single fight.
Oh my God.
For thousands of years.
Why can there only be one? Why can there only be one,
That's what Queen says.
Dude, it's like we wrote the script for this episode. I'm not even going to... It's just...
Yeah.
It's like a Swiss watch, man.
Yeah.
This conversation is like a Swiss watch. That's what it is.
But because like Richie, you know, he was like discovered as one. Yeah. When did they stop making new ones to where there can be only one?
That's a good point. There's got to be a cutoff date.
There's some flaws here.
There's got to be a cutoff date.
Right.
Once you are, let's say you are the last immortal. There's two left, and you kill one. You are it. You are the king.
Yes.
But then somebody else dies and isn't actually an immortal. So the battle never ends, right? Unless there's a cutoff date where, okay.
Or maybe we just don't know how the new ones are created. Maybe it's something like if an immortal dies like from a natural thing, like say he fell off a cliff and his head got cut off and no one was around that was an immortal.
Can you hear it?
Maybe his immortal spirit goes into a random person and now they're immortal. Maybe. We should Google this. Maybe that's a good idea.
So if there can only be one, then why was because I didn't watch all of the TV show.
Yeah,
why was like some of them friends? Like wouldn't they want to kill each other eventually?
I mean, you gotta, watch each other's back.
Yes,
until you're the last two. Maybe
they talk about that. Like, at some point, it's going to be me and you are going to have to fight.
Right.
You know, if we're the last two, are they aliens? They're not aliens, are they?
No. Yeah. What? No, we never know what they are.
Yeah. I just hope that they don't over-explain things in this movie. You know how all the modern movies have to over-explain everything?
To leave magic. A little magic in there.
Like, we didn't need to know that Han got solo by buying a freaking ticket, and the woman was like, are you here with someone, or are you flying solo?
Right.
And he says, I'm Solo. What's your last name? I don't have one. Okay, well then you're Han Solo. I'm sorry, but that was the stupidest
What was
fucking
that on?
thing. That was in the Solo
That's
movie.
the Solo movie.
You didn't watch
oh,
that?
Yeah. No, I did. It's just
It's
so long
horrific.
ago. Yeah.
It's like the
blocked that out
worst
of my
thing ever
memory.
written.
Yeah.
And
that's
look, there are
stupid.
parts
Yeah,
of that
that's
movie that
terrible.
I actually like, but that part was
That's
the
stupid.
worst.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Don't explain.
Don't over-explain.
Just
We
get the
don't need to
basic
know how
just the basic
everything
rules,
happened.
and that's it.
Yes. Set it up, and then
Yeah.
you just have a cool story with cool
Mhm.
action scenes, and great hero, great villain. That's all you get. That's all you need.
I used to own all the DVDs for the show.
Really,
All of them.
it is utter crap to watch it on streaming.
Horrible.
It's
Today it does
Really?
not hold up.
but wait, some of the fights are still pretty good. But I tried to watch the
Yeah.
first episode on Amazon.
Yeah.
They crop it because it wasn't a widescreen show, right?
Yeah.
So they crop it, and then they have the same image behind it blurry.
Mm.
You know how people do that, like with the vertical.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Like on, YouTube they'll do it sometimes.
Every episode is like that.
What?
It's horrific. It's horrible. At least leave it black in the background.
Yeah. That's so weird.
It's super. It's horrible. Yeah, it needs to be remastered and it needs to be released. But I think due to this movie coming out, if it's a hit, I guarantee you they're going to remaster the series and release it.
Good.
on
That's
some
cool.
service.
Maybe we'll get a new series.
Yeah.
We might,
Micah,
yeah.
have you ever played the collectible card game?
I have not, but I've seen
So
them.
good.
I've held the cards because you had them.
I had
Wait, there's a
we were
Highlander card game?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's so fun.
Really?
So
You have-
fun.
in fact, there's only one winner to the game.
That's right.
There can be only
There could be only one.
Unless
Really
someone
good.
else comes along and asks
Yeah.
you to play.
Right. Well, that was the whole thing. You carried your deck around with you everywhere.
Well, I carry my deck around with me everywhere.
And then if you came across someone, you battled.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So that was like your sword.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
But
No.
our buddy, so like we had like a whole group of us that were into stuff like that, like Magic the Gathering was the biggest, still is. There was a Star Wars one back then, and there was a Highlander one.
Right.
So all very popular. One of our buddies, he was like really good at this stuff. And like he would go to tournaments and things like that and just win. So these cards are valuable you're playing with. Some of these cards are hundreds of dollars. Some of the Magic cards are like $10,000.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Black Lotus is like, you sell that for like
1,000.
300. Yeah.
What?
it's
That's a
insane.
lot.
What?
So anyway, so he goes to one of these tournaments for Highlander, right? And the rules in the book, the actual rules say when you defeat your opponent, you take because you have to pick which immortal you are, and that's like your character, right? You have to take their card.
of the Clan MacLeod.
Yeah, right. You have to take their card and rip it in half.
What?
Was that
But no
really
one
the
would-
rules?
But no one would do that, right? Because it's like, come on. So like,
We're not going to ruin your cards.
right? We're not going to do that, because these cards at the time were worth like $150.
It's worth money now.
Yeah. So yeah, Jason's just going through and he's playing this guy, beats him, and he's got this $150, $200 card, grabs it, whoosh, rips it. And the dude was pissed. And he's like, nope, that's the rules. You got to win.
Read them and weep.
Yep.
There could be only
That's
one
awesome.
bitch.
Yeah, and there's only one person there that didn't have his card ripped.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know there was a game. Didn't know it was a card game. You know what's also odd? Did they ever make a video game of Highlander?
I don't think so. Not
What-
that I know of.
That's odd, right?
'Cause
That would make a
be
really
one.
good online game with
That
like
would
a
be
lot of people.
good on like an MMO,
Dude,
a nice MMO,
you're all
like-
immortals?
and
But you only have one life.
Permadeath, yes, permadeath. You can start over as a new character, and then you're absorbing all their power. Well, you can't do that because people are going to get too powerful.
Yeah. Well, but that was the whole point of the show, too.
Yeah.
Every time you killed an immortal,
Yeah,
you
or maybe
got
it was
you absorbed their essence
Yeah.
and some of their power.
yeah.
You
Maybe
know?
it's seasonal, or maybe it's like a Fortnite type thing. Maybe it's just like 15-minute rounds.
Yeah. I mean, they could figure out a way to get it
There's
to
ways
work.
to do it.
You might have, NPCs that aren't immortals in the game world.
Yeah.
I can't imagine any of the players would not want to be an immortal character.
Right.
I mean, it's a Highlander
No.
game. You got to have.
I think the character. Yeah, I think you have to be an immortal.
Yeah, that's kind
No,
of.
it'd be
go in
better
there.
if no, it would be better if you made the world normal, but only certain people got randomized.
Ooh.
Yeah, like you get triggered
you
to
didn't
wake
know.
up. Like you don't
You know?
Is it
You don't know until you die the first time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So you're.
But you can't make it to where you can't make it to where you want to die.
So you just jump off a cliff to see if you keep
Yeah,
making
you can't
characters
just,
over and over again.
But that's the thing. If you have permadeath and you die and you're not immortal, then you're dead and you can't play the game anymore.
That's right. Then you're just dead.
Yeah.
But you're
You only
just
get one
dead.
shot.
Yeah.
Or maybe they let you roam around as a ghost character or something. You could still observe, but you can't interact. Something
They did
like
that in the Star Wars Galaxies
did that.
MMO.
Really?
Like they made it really difficult to be a Jedi. Like almost no Jedis. And if you died, it was as a Jedi, it was permadeath. But you could walk around as a ghost. The blue
Interesting.
Ghost. Yeah.
Okay, so
They
That
that's
was
put it
actually
into
pretty good.
a lot of
It was
ghosts walking
awesome.
around.
It was awesome back
It was
then.
really awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
I have a feeling if this Highlander movie is successful, we're gonna get a Highlander video game at long last.
I think so.
I'm shocked that there hasn't been one yet.
Well, what's going to
Probably a
happen
mobile
though?
game.
I feel like it's just going to be shoddy.
The movie,
No, the game.
if you get the right developers who are
They
passionate
don't.
about the
Not when
project.
it's like this. It's just a money grab. When it's about
That's true.
when it's after a movie,
Well,
there's
it
not a
wouldn't
whole lot of
necessarily be
games based on movies.
Yeah, I'm not saying based on the movie. I'm saying
Yeah.
based
It'll
on.
be like a mobile game where you have to swipe their heads off.
Yeah, that would be good.
You know?
Like, what was that? Fruit Ninja?
Yeah.
Fruit Ninja. Yeah, I played me some Fruit Ninja.
Mm-hmm. Here we are.
Born to be kings.
We're
Come
the
on, Micah.
princes of the universe.
I'm not singing it. I'm not doing it.
He's like, I haven't drank enough alcohol.
Yeah.
Dude, I just drank one glass of wine.
Yeah.
It hits different than beer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it totally hits different.
I feel very lackadaisical. I feel very relaxed. I feel
Yeah.
I feel like I'm low energy right now because of the wine. Like I'm
Yeah. Theraflu does that to you, too.
and tea.
Yeah.
He does not.
Yeah.
This guy's drinking red wine.
Theraflu and tea.
Theraflu.
I just like the taste.
Dude, what's interesting to me about this, one of the interesting things, not the most interesting thing about this podcast and doing it for this time, I feel like me and you text less when we know we have an episode coming up
Yeah.
because we can't tell each other.
Right.
We're trying to save everything for the podcast.
Yeah. Sometimes we'll save it.
Yes, or we start having a conversation.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, nope, let's save it for the podcast.
Save it. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. As an HR person, how much do teeth come into play? Pearly whites trump job experience.
These
Do you
people.
think less of a person if you start talking to them and they have screwed up teeth?
No, I don't think so. I'm not going to make out with them.
Well, but there you go.
Okay.
If you have really white teeth, I'm concerned.
Okay.
Wait, we're talking
Like-
about they have really white teeth or really
no.
bad teeth?
It's if they're like if they start talking to you and they have like
Just gnarly.
gross gnarly teeth.
I put the thought in my head.
If you're even if they're
Yeah.
super qualified, is
Yeah.
there something about it where you were like thinking a little less? Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Well,
was
okay.
this
thing. I'm not hiring executives.
Okay.
So for the people I am hiring, I don't look at that at all.
Okay.
But I could see like, let's say if I was hiring, a customer facing, I could see that coming into my mind. It's just never, I never had to think about it.
You would never
Yeah.
verbally say it. But
I never thought about. I never had to think about it. It's never came. I've never been in that situation.
Right.
But if I'm imagining and being honest, I think I would question like, okay, and it's like they don't take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
What makes me believe they're going to take care of their workplace?
The job.
On a similar vein subject, like what about nose pickers? You ever seen a nose picker in public?
Oh, dude, I pick my nose all the time.
No, but like one time I was driving my car and I saw this woman, and she was like beautiful.
Yeah,
She was picking her nose.
yeah, I'd be
She was
okay
like going
with that.
ham, and I was like, it's kind of cute actually.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because
with
like,
that.
I thought you were going to say I'm completely turned off by that.
No, because it's like it's not something you would expect,
Yeah.
and it makes them.
Yeah,
It like demystifies.
Yes.
Because she was really beautiful,
Yeah.
but she was like really
just
in there,
getting
like
in it. I like
Huh?
that, dude.
And I was just like,
Yeah, I
using
get
that nail as a shovel.
the gnarliest boogers, dude.
Really?
Big boogers. Like all the time. Like, I
That's
just
weird
got
because
boogers.
you have
I can just
well,
like
maybe it's because you guys have smaller nostrils.
no, my nose is huge, bruh.
my nose is
Dude,
huge too.
compared
Look
to
at that
mine,
shit.
look at this schnoz.
I mean, bro,
I got caverns.
I got boogers in there right now. I can feel.
I can fit 3 fingers in my nostril.
3.
How many can you fit?
I can put my thumb in there.
What I'm trying to say,
I like to put 2 on one side and 1 on the other.
what I'm trying to say is, if you normally see somebody that you've never seen pick their nose before, does it change your perception of them? If you actually do see them picking their,
Not
like
me.
you catch them off guard.
Not me. I'm always like, cool, a fellow picker.
I think that's a normal thing that everybody does in the privacy, and some people, they're doing it and they don't realize people are watching them.
Yeah.
I think if they're like taking the boogers out and eating them, or
Oh,
you see
God,
them
no.
like put it on the desk or the
They
chair.
look at it.
Yeah, then they're crossing a line that I'm probably not
Yeah.
gonna follow
Yeah.
that train of
I'm
thought.
usually picking with a Kleenex though.
yeah.
Of course.
Like I have Kleenexes on my desk all day. I'm just picking boogers all day. But it's like so dusty where I work. The cement, like we're pouring cement up
Yes.
there, and you get sand and cement and rock, and the amount of dust is insane. This big old nose, man. Like
You do have a big nose.
I like when you got a big one in there and it's just rooted deep.
You like it.
Oh yeah, and then you get it and
feel
it
like-
breaks free.
You feel
It's
like,
do you sometimes delay clipping your fingernails so you have one in
same
there?
feeling. Yeah,
Like, I'm gonna clip these bad boys later because I got some
I
work
got
to
a
do.
big boy in there.
I got a
Get him out.
job later. Do you feel
Yeah.
like Indiana Jones a little bit when you're
No,
in there?
more like Golem.
Oh God.
My precious.
And he's got the booger.
Yeah.
And then he eats it. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, what about nose hairs? Like my nose hairs go crazy, man.
Dude.
I gotta trim those things
Yes.
like every 2 or 3 days. I gotta.
Why do they
get
grow
them.
so fast?
Really?
Oh man, if I really let them go too, they'll just be long, like hair on my head. Like I imagine they could just
Yeah.
start growing down if I let it.
Just blend in with the mustache.
Yeah.
I have to do mine like every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, not as fast as you, but
And I'm
Like-
getting hair growing out my ears now.
I'm wondering if it's because of all of the
boogers.
the boogers that you're actually opening up the hair
Right.
follicles by clearing
Probably.
out your nose.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
the hairs are like, we can breathe.
Yeah, I know, right? I think it's more like soil. It's like fertilizing it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
yeah.
Makes sense.
All those minerals that it's filtering through. It's
Well,
feeding.
you do know there's erectile tissue in your nose. I feel like we've talked about this before.
Erectile tissue.
There is erectile tissue in your nose.
erectile.
Erectile tissue. The same
your
same
dick-
tissue that is
penis
on
tissue?
your penis is inside of your nose.
Well, no wonder I'm always digging it. That all adds up now, dude.
Brett's walking around digging in his nose with a huge
It's just like-
erection.
and that's why I'm always so happy. Oh, that was a big one. That was a big one. Whew.
No, true story, man. Look it up. I'm telling you.
I didn't know that.
All right.
Hey, that's what this podcast is all about. We're trying to educate the people.
Yeah. Got
Let 'em
penis
know.
skin in the nose.
Nose boners.
Yeah.
Nosers.
Nose boners. Got me a nose boner. Dude.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah.
I'm good. Good
We
game.
good? 100,
Yep.
100 in the books.
That's it.
Nice.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
I want to thank Micah for joining us
Yeah.
again.
Welcome all the time.
It's been,
Definitely.
it's
Good
been too
time.
long.
Mm-hmm.
Holly says hi. She was unable to. She was supposed to pop in, but she was unable to make it. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
let me know when the next when your next season
yeah,
starts.
we're gonna start season 4 in a few weeks. So be on the lookout for that.
Awesome. Cool
All right.
deal.
Good,
All right,
good game.
All right. Love you guys.
See you later.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Introverse. New episodes every Monday, wherever the podcasts roam. Catch us on our YouTube channel at Introverse Pod. The Introverse is a part of the Introverse Podcast Network.